Welcome everyone, welcome back to those who've tuned in earlier. Now we are in Deep Space 8K for the special English highlight presentation. My name is Sandra, and today I'm gonna take you on a trip through various continents and various projects we can show here in Deep Space 8K. Well, first of all, some of you might have already been in this room, but some of you may not know it yet, and I want to show you a project that introduces the room properly, I would say. So for this first project, I'm not only going to activate the huge wall behind me, which is 16 times 9 meter showroom, so to say, but also the floor which we are standing on, so to say. In this room, we can play on the floor as well, which is also 16 times 9 meter, and I'm gonna pull the rug from under your feet, literally. So this feeling might be a little weird, especially at home, when you see like the floor moving. Believe me, it's worse when you're actually here and when you walk around and feel, so to say, the floor moving, but it actually doesn't. It's just the projection, but a really cool one. We are walking around on the most expensive carpet in the world, which of course would normally not be possible. I'm gonna turn on the volume a little bit so that you can hear me. Of course, they are in a museum. They are in Qatar, in the Museum for Islamic Art, and they are of course protected heavily. But the photographer Lois Lammerhuber was able to take high-resolution pictures of those carpets, and we thought this would be a cool project here to actually walk around on them. So it's not your typical cinema or auditorium. We can do much, much more. And actually in 8K. So 8K means high resolution. Maybe you have 4K TVs at home. That means 4,000 pixels in each line. And here we have 8,000 pixels. So we can play, if you multiply it, on 72 million pixels in this room. And I'm gonna pause the video before we all get sick. To show you what 8K actually means, I'm gonna take you from Qatar to our next destination, so to say. I'm gonna take you with me to Japan, where the 8K technology also for this room came from. And in case you're wondering why I'm typing on this phone, we needed to control the room, so that's our remote control, so to say. And this next video is called Mimesis, from the Japanese ORF, and they provided us with this short introduction to what 8K is truly capable of. First time I saw this video, here in Deep Space, I was truly mesmerized, and I hope you were as well at home. Of course, it is something else when you see it here in Deep Space on this huge screen, but it gives a little glimpse into what this technology is capable of. Most cinemas can only dream of a resolution like this. And we can do even more. Not just we here at Ars Electronica, but also different institutes researching new ways of making media better, more inclusive, so to say, more immersive and more detailed. And we're going to stay in the region, not in Japan, but we're actually going to move to China for the next presentation, where I want to show you what else we can do and what might be the future of cinema. This project is called Pandarama, and we have had it since last year's festival, and it's a 360-degree video of one of the cutest animals on Earth. And I just have to get my remote here now, because it's not just a simple video. I can control this video with this Xbox controller I'm holding in my hand, and actually turn us around. Like I said, it's a 360-degree view, as in real life. So we can look around, what's happening around us, what's going on behind us. Imagine being in the cinema and having an experience like this, each individually, for a movie. But of course it can also mean we miss something that's behind us. And by the way, we are in the region of Shenzhou in China, and there are different parts of the city and of the panda sanctuary we are going to travel around a little bit. Also, of course, in high resolution. How is this possible? This is not a normal camera that's filming it. That would not work. In this case, the Fraunhofer Institute decided to put 10 cameras right next to each other without any framing, so to say. So the screens move into one another perfectly, and it gives you the impression of a 360-degree view. It's more when you move up and down, you see the logo, of course, it goes around the sides and, of course, a little bit to the bottom, but there are limitations to this technology. But thinking about a panoramic view, that's still pretty impressive. What's going on behind us? We don't want to miss anything. Oh, there's a nice photo opportunity here. In their traditional costumes. I don't know what they're celebrating, but it looks nice. Oh, and where are they all filming? What are the smartphones capturing? Let's have a look. Oh, there's a nice ceremony involving lots of monks. Yeah, and imagine that for your own cinema experience, to actually being able to look around and see much more than just one direction on a screen directly. Also, this technology ties in quite nicely with VR, virtual reality. You can combine those methods, of course. They also use 360-degree viewing to make the experience more immersive. And we're back at the Panda Research Center and Protection Center. And a little detail, if you want to have a new life, so to say, the new job, you can apply there as a professional panda cuddler. So your only task would be to feed, play and cuddle with those lovely panda bears day in and day out. And it's not that, I think it has a good pay actually. It's well paid. So there's just one panda trying to climb a tree. I think the first try goes wrong. Ah, but we're already there. He can make it. Wonderful. Yeah. And for the last part of this English highlight presentation, I'm going to take you back from Asia to Europe. We're going to have a look at one beautiful mountain range. Going to just put away this controller for a second. We don't need it here. I've been talking a lot about 8K already and the resolution that makes this technology so special. And I actually have to move back here a little bit to show you what we can do with this picture. It looks like a nice panoramic view. Any good smartphone can do that nowadays, to have a panoramic function and just capture this landscape. Why is it so special here in deep space? Well, this picture is actually not just one picture, it's composed of 70,000 single shots. And it held the record for largest picture in the world for quite some time. And it's called Gigapixel photography. So maybe you know megapixel also from your smartphone cameras. You have 8 megapixels, 16, and so on. And with Gigapixel, we upped this game one more level. We have 1,000 and something more pixels more to show you. And what does that mean? It means this. I can go in and have crystal clear details on every part of the picture I want to have a look at, and the resolution stays as sharp as in the beginning. That's not possible with your normal smartphones at home. So when you go in too deep, the resolution will get blurry and you will not be able to make out any more details. When you're here in deep space, and especially when there are some kids, I love showing this picture because you can do some nice search riddles here. For example, in the middle, I always asked, where is the human? It appears there's just landscape and maybe some technology, some electricity here and there, but humans? Well, there's actually one small human being, a man. He's quite a celebrity here because we love showing him. And we don't know much about him, unless that he's wandering around there alone. He seems to be knowing what he's doing. He apparently likes the color red, if we zoom in a little bit more. And he's alone, although I can see a wedding ring. So, where's his wife? Maybe she's searching for him already. Nothing stays a secret anymore. Yeah, and what you can see over here is proof of what I told earlier. It's not just one single image. It's composed of thousands of pictures. And here you can see the gondola has been moving between the shots, have been moving. And so it's not perfectly implemented, so to say, and the lines of the gondola are a little bit messed up. But with so many pictures, I think we can excuse that. And another detail I love showing off here on this side, there's a huge piece of building equipment, a crane in this part of the shot. And to get this image, we really have to go in deep. So we have to move along here to this beautiful little dam. Oops, I'm sorry. That was a little bit too fast. But here we are. Technology can do that sometimes. But here we have the crane. Normally, of course, not visible to the bare eye. But here we can make it out even in that distance. And pay attention now when I zoom back out, how far inside this picture we've already been. And here we are again. Amazing, right? So to really appreciate this picture as a whole, we have the perfect setup here, so to say, in deep space. But this technology is used for various research purposes as well, because of the important details that will otherwise be missed. Yeah, and that's it for my little tour, so to say, through the continents and Deep Space English. That's it for today also. I hope there was something for everyone a little bit to get to know deep space, and I hope you can all come back tomorrow for our next Ars Electronica home delivery. Thank you and goodbye.